Please be seated.
Please rise if you are able for the academic procession.
In the toil of thinking, in the serenity of books, in the messages of prophets, the songs of poets, and the wisdom of interpreters, in discoveries of continents of truth whose margins we may see, we delight in free minds and in their thinking. In the majesty of the moral order, in the faith that right will triumph, in the courage given us when we ally ourselves to truth in any form, in the privilege of being co-workers in good causes, we celebrate the unseen goals we share and serve. Let us build a world safe from war and oppression, free and satisfying, one that ultimately furnishes answers for us all. Please be seated.
My people, great to see you. Graduands, friends, and family, good afternoon and welcome. I'm Dave Cram, the Dean of the Faculty of Science. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the land that we're celebrating on today. Toronto is in the dish with one spoon territory. The dish with one spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, and Haudenosaunee. This treaty bound them to share the territory and protect the land. And subsequent Indigenous nations and peoples, Europeans, and all newcomers have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. And happy Pride, everybody. On a day like today, I'm reminded that getting a degree is like playing on a sports team. You're the stars, and there's a fantastic team supporting you, and they helped you along the way. So as you have your time to reflect today, please take a moment to reflect on these special people, your parents, siblings, spouses, friends, teachers, and coaches. We're all immensely proud of your accomplishments and know the future is in great hands. As you go out into the world, apply your skills and knowledge, stay curious, and stay creative. And imagine using your education in non-traditional ways as well as traditional ways. The world needs your energy and innovative spirit. Your skills and knowledge are tools for personal success and powerful instruments for positive change. Get out there and share the resilience and the grit that you've demonstrated as part of the TMU community, knowing that you have the power to shape the future. Your paths will be diverse and exciting, and we do hope that you stay in touch with us. You are now alumni and TMU's greatest ambassadors. We wish you all the success in the world. To begin this very special day, I introduce to you Chancellor of Toronto Metropolitan University, Janice Fukakusa.
Graduands, I am proud and honored to speak to you. Today is a time of very well-deserved celebration. We share our pride in your success with everyone whose love and support has played a part in bringing you here today. You have all been through a remarkable experience. You endured a pandemic, and you succeeded by remaining committed to your studies and overcoming unforeseen obstacles. We're so proud of your achievements as you are all now here to celebrate your graduation. Never stop learning, and you'll have a lifetime of accomplishments. The best way to do that is to cultivate your curiosity, because embracing opportunities and new challenges will expand your horizons and take you to places that you would have never imagined. And as you navigate your career path, remember that your work is going to fill a very large part of your life. And the only way to make that time truly satisfying is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep trying, and you'll know when you find it. And finally, wherever the next step of your journey takes you, I ask of you this: give back to your community, to your workplace, and to your family and friends. Be a champion for causes that make lives better. For me, those causes are fighting to end cancer and also making education accessible to all. Whatever your cause, weave it into your life as a personal passion. On this special day of celebration, let me close by offering my congratulations and best wishes on your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Fukakusa. Now, please welcome the university's president and vice chancellor, Dr. Mohamed Lashmi.
Thank you, Dean. Good afternoon. Welcome to our graduates, family, and friends, colleagues from across the university community and beyond. Class of 2024, this is an important day for you, and you have our warmest congratulations. Graduation is a special and rare moment, bringing together families and friends, colleagues, and communities. Each of us, from our own unique background, represent diversity of this country and the planet. All of us gathering to share these moments together. We all have our own journey. My journey has taken me from a tiny village in Africa to Canada's largest and most cosmopolitan city. A journey of more than just miles. It has been a journey of discovery about diverse cultures, ideas, different ways of seeing the world. And at the same time, understanding how much we truly have in common. Here today, in a time when we often see our differences, let's think about how our individual journeys come together at this very special moment of celebration and joy. Let this be an inspiration for appreciating all that we share. With that in mind, I would like to ask that for the next hour or so, we use our time and energy to acknowledge what the graduates have accomplished. I'm hopeful that despite the challenges around us in the world, we can all respect one another and respect the importance of why we gathered today here. Graduates, you now look ahead of a new chapter and a bright future, I'm sure. You have what the world is looking for: talent, energy, and new ideas. We need you to use those skills and qualities to solve the problems that we are facing in this world. Your years here have prepared you for this moment. We are so very glad that you choose this university, that you immerse yourself in our university community. I hope you are feeling grateful for each other, for the good friends who shared your university experience and are now friends for life. Which brings us full circle. While we may find success as individuals, as a society, we depend on each other. We need loved ones, colleagues, and community. In French, you know, we never say goodbye. Instead, we say au revoir, which literally means until we see you again. Enjoy your very special day and stay close to your alma mater. For together, we will shape the future. Thank you.
Thank you, President Lashmi. Chancellor Fukakusa, President Lashmi, Provost Inesito Provenzano, Deans, esteemed colleagues, representatives who join us on stage, members of the graduating class, and friends and honored guests. It's my great privilege to deliver the citation for Tony Shaheen, upon whom Toronto Metropolitan University is conferring the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa, our highest award. When his father developed dementia, Tony wanted to stay connected with him while monitoring his worsening health. And yet, despite all the technological advances in healthcare, Mr. Shaheen realized that some of the most vulnerable people were being left behind. So he decided to address this issue himself. He developed a line of clothing with built-in sensors to measure everything from heart rate and body temperature to posture and location. And I know my handlers are now looking for that device to measure my location when I get lost. That led to the creation of MyAnt, a Toronto-based company anchored in tech innovation, textile computing, and advanced manufacturing. And what 5 years ago felt like science fiction is now reality. It's breathtaking. Originally from Lebanon, Mr. Shaheen came to Canada in 1990, armed with a background in electrical engineering. His passion, though, has been entrepreneurship and innovation. In 1992, he founded Battery Plus to bring innovative battery technologies to North America, eventually growing the company into a chain of 100 retail stores. In 2010, he began his pioneering work in textile computing, with a mission to transform healthcare through clothing. His company is making this a reality with a team of scientists, engineers, technicians, and fashion designers, driven by Mr. Shaheen's belief that everyone should have a right to participate in today's connected world. It means better health and wellness through data collection, analysis, and personal feedback. Research partners for the company include the Mayo Clinic and our own Toronto Metropolitan University. Mr. Shaheen's memories of living through a war in Lebanon and how families and neighbors came together to help one another shaped his vision for his company. Tony Shaheen, for your passion for innovation and entrepreneurship, and your mission to use technology to improve the health and wellness for the most vulnerable, we celebrate and honor you here today. I would now like to call on Chancellor Fukakusa, President Lashmi, and Tony Shaheen to the podium for the conferring of the degree.
Toronto Metropolitan University, by virtue of the authority granted by the Province of Ontario under the Toronto Metropolitan University Act, has awarded the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa with all the rights and privileges attendant thereon to Tony Shaheen.
I want to thank you, Chancellor Fukakusa, and you, President Lashmi, for presenting me with this privilege. I also would like to thank all the guests, graduating students, parents, guardians, friends, and family for honoring me with your presence today. I've been thinking about what to tell you for weeks. I had a speech all prepared. In it, I told you my story and all about MyAnt, the company I am building. The problem was that somehow, although MyAnt is my life's work, the story did not seem enough. I realized it's not me I want you to remember, not my story or my company. What I was looking for was a way of summarizing what I have learned so far in such a way that would leave you with something, a benefit, even small, that maybe one day could be summoned in a moment when you need it, at a fork, at a block, at a low moment or a high one, to spark energy, direction, confidence, determination, grit. Allow me to tell you how I learned the importance of grit. I grew up in war-ridden Lebanon. At the age of 17, a group of armed men tried kidnapping me at gunpoint. In the struggle, I uncovered some of their faces and discovered that one was someone my family knew. That action prompted him to shoot me multiple times and leave me for dead. As this was happening, all I could hear, and still to this day, was my mother screaming. I spent 2 years in a hospital recovering from a long coma and multiple surgeries. And for the 5 years, I saw my community being destroyed by a civil war. I witnessed suffering and destruction. Then I came to Canada. This beautiful country welcomed me with open arms. I was young, driven, and hungry to start a new beginning. But I was not prepared for the opportunities it presented. I made lots of money, then lost it, reinvented myself, and lost it again. At the age of 27, I had sports cars, multiple houses, and I was taking private jets around the world. Certainly too much for a 27 years old. I had become insufferable. But luckily for me, I ran into trouble again, and that brought me back down to earth. This experience gave me back a level of sanity and humility, the same one that my poor mother had desperately tried teaching me. Later in life, I suffered the death of my young mother and witnessed the immediate deterioration of my father. Dementia separates loved ones from one another. It took a hold of my father's mind and slowly dragged it into an abyss to which my siblings and I were denied access. But as I was watching this happen, I found my true purpose. I suddenly understood that the most vulnerable people in our society, be it by mental or physical illnesses, or by poverty, discrimination, or isolation, were being left behind. And that technology, which has the claim of improving lives, was actually in part culpable for the widening gap between the privileged and the none. 3 things happened to me in that moment. 1, I found my purpose, deeply ingrained in my heart. 2, I created a vision so big and so impossible, I was the only one that could see it. 3, I never ever took no for an answer. You see, I grew up in a community. The world used to be made of communities, where people looked after one another, families lived together, neighbors had each other's back, everything was within walking distance, and going out to buy groceries meant that you would probably find the time for a coffee with some friends. You felt the presence of your family, your community, and connectedness to them all the time. And that in turn provided safety, peace of mind, healing, happiness, etc. That village today has become digital, transactional. When my father got sick, I realized that this level of connection wasn't going to be enough. This is the reason I started my end. I wanted to recreate that community. I wanted to make sure if technology was going to serve any purpose, it needed to be centered around human beings and society and in harmony with animals and nature. To start, I needed to build an interface for the body. That interface had to be familiar, ambient, or passive, so it was easy to use by anyone. It had to have the ability of being continuous. It needed to be reliable, safe. It could not compromise privacy and security, and most importantly, it needed to be accessible to 100% of the population. A textile interface was the answer. And why not? 100% of the population is already wearing textiles every day, almost 24 hours a day, like all of us here, top to bottom, sleeping on textiles, sitting on textile, walking on textile. For me, it was the best candidate to enable that interface. So we set out to build a new category, a fully vertical textile computing company right here in Toronto, a platform that connects the human operating system to AI and consolidates all other collectors, data collectors, much like the iPhone in 2007 consolidated many different devices into one. Today, Myant is a world leader in deep tech, material science, and textile computing. The Myant product has already been used by thousands of people that want to be connected with their families and who need proactive and immediate and continuous support from their medical providers and care team. I wish you success. First, you might want to ask, what is success? I don't know the answer to this. You do. My definition of success is different from yours or yours or yours. Success is not defined by an amount of money or an outstanding career, not by the number of trips you take, although there is nothing wrong with that. It really is nothing more than what you want and who you want to be. It's fluid and evolving and solely determined by you. So even though I cannot tell you what your definition of success is, I can tell you some of the rules I live by. Do not be afraid to dream and create a vision for yourself, what you want and who you want to be. If you cannot define it, even if you change it along the way, you will not achieve it. Support that dream with intention. A dream could stay stagnant, but when you add intention, you are making that connection between you and that dream. You can see yourself in it. You can savor it. You believe in it. You are committed to it. Hard work. Nothing will happen without perseverance and hard work. Be the first to show up and the last to leave. Do not worry about putting in more than you take out. All that extra work is your investment in yourself, and that is yours and yours only to keep. Find your purpose. This is what will wake you up at night, the reason you'll want to get out of bed in the morning, the reason you'll work till midnight without noticing it. Embed it into the purpose. In order for it to be powerful, you should have a desire to make a difference. Not for you, or not only for you, but for others, for the community, for society. A selfish purpose will diminish over time and dissipate into dust. And don't be afraid of pain. Pain tolerance sometimes is what shapes you. Sometimes pain or failure or rejection can be the beginning of success. You must train for that. I have always chosen the path of most resistance. I like putting myself out of my comfort zone. These are the times where most of my innovative energy emerged. This will help you develop survival skills. Trust me, you will need them. Be benevolent. Intention and hard work need to be good, pure, real. It cannot be about competition, hatred, greed, jealousy. Your values need to be at the core of all your decisions and actions. Protect your integrity and your reputation. And most importantly, act with love, always. And finally, have faith. This is the spiritual, magic part of the equation. I would not be so presumptuous to tell you who or what to believe. I am just saying that every day has magic in it. Every action and every thought can also have magic. I remember laying on the grass as a kid with my grandfather beside me. He used to point to the sky and the clouds, at the clouds and the trees. I have vivid memories of the branches and the leaves moving with the wind, and I remember the sense of inspiration that gave me. He would ask me over and over what I saw, and I complained that I couldn't see anything. His reply was, "Tony, just look deeper." I didn't know it then, but he was teaching me to see what was not there yet, to see the invisible. He was teaching me that dreams don't just show up, that you first have to imagine them. Imagination and creativity, when mixed with purpose, can fuel change through disruptive change. So, don't be a passenger. You have so much knowledge that this very fine institution has helped you build. Share this knowledge, use it. I believe that societies, especially now, more than ever, need to be self-sustainable. And for that to happen, we need to transform to a making society and a making economy instead of just a consuming society. A society that invents and makes and self-supports its needs and requirements is what needed in order to create more opportunities and possibilities for you and for the next generation. It's your time now, and you have a role to play. Deploy your grit, your passion, and education into the society that you want to live in. My life so far has been hard, complex, rich, full of passion, love, and magic. I believe that my toes and my head are connected. I believe my skin and my blood are connected. My heart, brain, and soul are connected. People are connected to nature. People are connected to each other regardless of distance or color. I believe in the union of all things within the universe. You could say, I believe in karma and kismet and in the ripple effect of every action, every thought, and every event. You all heard the saying, we are one. Well, we are one. We all breathe the same air. We all walk the same earth. This fundamental awareness has helped me become more kind and ultimately more grateful. Be kind, be grateful, and my sincere congratulations to each of you, and thank you.
Thank you so much for your inspiring words, Dr. Shaheen. I'll go off script for a moment, much to the horror of the people who organized this, but it will only be for a moment. Dr. Shaheen conferred to me before coming onto stage that he once believed that the only true doctor is someone who could save somebody on a plane that was in medical need. And so now I believe that Dr. Tony Shaheen is that person that will save all of us through his technology. But enough about us, now it's time for you. As our graduates prepare to come forward, I'll take this opportunity to request that you at least attempt to hold your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. We do, however, welcome spontaneous outbursts of joy, enthusiasm, and even relief from family and friends. That's all part of the celebration. So as all graduates are celebrated equally, we ask that everybody please remain for the duration of the ceremony. I now ask to come forward and thank in advance the university's interim registrar, Sherry Hodges.
Thank you, Dean. Will the graduands please rise if you are able? Chancellor Fukakusa, President Lashemi, Provost Ayanachito Provenzano, honored guests, faculty members, staff, families and friends of the graduands. I have the honor and pleasure to present graduands from Toronto Metropolitan University's Faculty of Science and Yeates School of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies degree programs. Our graduands include all those who are joining us for today's ceremony, as well as those unable to attend who are graduating in absentia. I certify that each has met the academic requirements for the awards that they are about to receive, and that each has been duly approved by Toronto Metropolitan University's Senate. Congratulations to each of you. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the undergraduate degrees in the Faculty of Science. Bachelor of Science, Honors in Biology. Ayub Ahmed Abdul. Hasara Sandapani Angelina Abaguna Sakara. Diana Rose Agtina, with distinction. Jasmine Leanne Alfonso. Zara Ali. Ayman Alaf, with distinction. Huzafa Alohimed, with distinction. Joanna Angelova, with distinction. Laiba Arif. Sehaj Atwal. Sweta Basker. Aphrodite Buzos. Joyce Chen. Sivavi Tuna Shavanis Warren. Stephanie Anna Chikojevic. Cosimo Camiso. Carlos de la Rosa Martinez. Miriam El Hassan. Laura Fernandez. Brandon Gangaram. Elizabeth Garnett, with distinction. Priya Gear, with distinction. Diana Gaduri, with distinction. Maria Gill. Rezi Hara Go. Victor Gragain, with distinction. David Gronowski, with distinction. Javitha Gunajathi. Zahir Anif Jr. Kelsey Hazel, with distinction. Hannah Harol Ahmed. Iman Ifran, with distinction. Hania Ismail. Sarah Ismail. Noor Jaffer, with distinction. Harissa Jazem Arizi. Mary Javier. Adrian Johnston. Zara Kabiri. Saguna Karuna Karan. Simran Kaur. Valuvan Kanaswaran. Sarah Martin, with distinction. Megan Mayers. Luke McAniff. Ramzi Mohammed, with distinction. Imaza Mohammed Usama. Rachel Mondesi, with distinction. Alexander Moreno. Mariam Muzanar, with distinction. Tante Nguyen. Simran Preet Permar. Himakshan Parthipan, with distinction. Jeel Patel. Sarah Prifty. Andy Kuwach. Mithuna Raghavan. Yelena Raja, with distinction. Alisa Sharaj Ali Rashi. Sejal Rana. Gerline Randoa, with distinction. Harnika Ravishankar. Roshana Roshan Jude. Angie Saeed. Sanam Saif Ali. Noor Salma. Atusa Sane Kashani. Anaya San Visante. Luca Svirats. Lilia Simoni. Eileen Takvoy, with distinction. Sibat E. Tashnim. Dalia Tuma, with distinction. Reg Alexin Wang. Hodo Wardhere, with distinction. Lucia Wu, with distinction. Emanuela Yo, with distinction. Holly Yi, with distinction. Mariam Yusuf, with distinction. Maj Sakur. Bachelor of Science Honors in Biology Cooperative Program. Kirsten Huber. Makita Ming. Abirin Nimalun, with distinction. Michelle Pham. Marian Sierra Del Blanco. Shagina Thisaraja, with distinction. Koradina Tawi. Stefan Varugis, with distinction. Bachelor of Science, Honors in Biomedical Sciences. Luna Abdul Aziz. Bojana Adamuva. Syed Puya Agili. Nayab Emmer, with distinction. Rumesa Aksha. Farah Al Hashimi. Matthew Allah, with distinction. Alicia Ali. Nurhan Al-Masri, with distinction. Bahesta Asabuddin. Fareshta Asabuddin. Angie Awadala, with distinction. Abiyali Badani, with distinction. Caroline Toros Baca Kajian. Lyle Barrican, with distinction. Claire Barnes. Tamara Baria, with distinction. Mehul Badgett, with distinction. Abigail Boatin. Elif Sevic. Ahmed Shakib. Amelia Charles. Savannah de Alonso, with distinction. Yusuf Danish, with distinction. Sanaz Degan. Sofia D. Clemente, with distinction. Nguyen Min An Doan, with distinction. Christelle Joanne Domaleon, with distinction. Madeline Driscoll, with distinction. Madeline is being congratulated on stage by her mom, Heather Driscoll, from General Counsel and Board Secretariat. Reggie Dul Dolado. Hania Durrani. Aisha Idris. Kiarash Engeda with distinction. Noor Fagani with distinction. Heba Fatmi with distinction. Beatrice Flores. Alicia Gakusan with distinction. Jeet Gajar. Aline Garabedian with distinction. Amrit Garcha. Mahar Gill with distinction. Parastu Galzarian with distinction. Samia Guled. Ethan Ham with distinction. Rawan Hamam with distinction. Mariam Hamid with distinction. MD Nurtaj Haku with distinction. Saded Dorna Hashemi. Charlene Hong with distinction. Mohabbat Hosseini. Christine Wynn. Hodan Ibrahim. Sayeda Jaffrey with distinction. Sahar Kamil with distinction. Tasneem Kamel. Shaylee Kapadia with distinction. Zeynep Ezra Karaka with distinction. Julia Kazakos with distinction. Trong Nan Lee with distinction. Anita Lasan with distinction. Katerina Lazides with distinction. Alejandro Lopez. Salma Luku with distinction. Anushri Mahadayo with distinction. Basma Mahmood with distinction. Samantha Isabella Maldonado de Vesa with distinction. Michael Andrew Manuele with distinction. Montaha Margia with distinction. Aishin Marabi with distinction. Asiya Miraj with distinction. Kasra Zerai with distinction. Joycelyn Madamu. Aliyah Mohammed. Akabeni Abasi Morgan with distinction. Michelle Morgoski with distinction. Rachel Tandaluan Kasi Mampofo. Marina Music with distinction. Sayeda Ami Abiha Nakvi, with distinction. Denise Nguyen, with distinction. Nam Nguyen, with distinction. Sandy Nassez. Alexa Oliveira, with distinction. Juliana Orallo, with distinction. Maria Patel. Katan Patasar, with distinction. Elizaveta Pavlenko, with distinction. Lloyd Pineda, with distinction. Amtul Quadri, with distinction. Maria Rana, with distinction. Maria is being congratulated on stage by her dad, Sahel Rana, CCS. Jennifer Remisiar, with distinction. Jamie Rice, with distinction. Natasha Salashauer, with distinction. Daniel Samir, with distinction. Parmida Sanoui. Hansel Seo, with distinction. Brianna Cito, with distinction. Arthi Sharma. Ridhi Sharma. Lohitaka Sibia, with distinction. Ali Spengaro, with distinction. Valeria Swaz Nabar. Sampava Sukumar. Shema Swala, with distinction. Maheen Sweda, with distinction. Brandon Tatsu. Marielle Toledo, with distinction. Maya Talak. Maya is being congratulated on stage by her dad, the Honorable Michael Talak. Michael Umana, with distinction. Elijah Mikhail Erdinata, with distinction. Tiam Venaki, with distinction. Sofia Verduga, with distinction. Marthangi Vinga Raja, with distinction. Emily Vieira, with distinction. Katarina Vieira. Sarah Wadawala, with distinction. Luella Wan, with distinction. Arij Zaidi. Lionel Zaya, with distinction. Bachelor of Science Honors in Biomedical Sciences Cooperative Program. Chaitanya Alagason, with distinction. Uzman Ali, with distinction. Hannah Barwani, with distinction. Emma B. Afore, with distinction. Annie Boudreau, with distinction. Josephine Castanjero, with distinction. Angelina De Silva, with distinction. Rebecca David. Brendan Heidemus, with distinction. Keanu Herzog, with distinction. Alina Joby. Kathiga Kandasamy, with distinction. Alisa Crow, with distinction. Dhruvi Patel, with distinction. Stephanie Ridzik, with distinction. Rish Selvajara, with distinction. Estelle Tershana, with distinction. Hala Tuma, with distinction. Bachelor of Science Honors in Chemistry. Alam Abukar. Lorenzo Alfonso, with distinction. Aya Ashtar. Omerbawa Bogle. Jade Chung. Mikhail Joshua Clemente, with distinction. Lauren DaCosta. Marielle Alexis Dela Cruz. Hong Bin Dong. Brigida Fernandez, with distinction. Thomas Fernandez, with distinction. Arman Goraya, with distinction. Pauline Lamadrid. Brandon Lim. Julia Malfara, with distinction. Danny No. Anna Nan. Damini Payidi Party. Arshia Rashid. Taranum Rehal. Julia Reva. Anila Singh, with distinction. Cassandra Sisto. Pravina Samasundaram. Taylor Stern. Courtney Love Samaya. Jeremy Wong. Bachelor of Science Honors in Chemistry Cooperative Program. Garabed Babogli, with distinction. Peter Constas, with distinction. Emily Stoyan. Bachelor of Science Honors in Computer Science. Alishba Amir, with distinction. Hamadia Abdul Hafiz Abdul Lali. Marjan Ahmed. Adlam McKay Akinshu Fumi. Mohammed Minhal Ali. Benud Alien. Waleed Alaudin, with distinction. Javante Allen Sterling, with distinction. Muhammad Alvi, with distinction. Abdul Amir, with distinction. Unais Asif. Ahmed Banafia. Nyamki Branch. Philip Brockman, with distinction. Yuhim Chan, with distinction. Jaskirat Singh Chani, with distinction. Afnan Chowdhury, with distinction. Melissa Christie Brown. Mark Jason David. Kelvin Dela Cruz. Mitchell Doherty. Michael Ikekwe. Raynor LG, with distinction. Jash Faldu. Zanera Fazan, with distinction. Flavio Ferreira. Maeve Fitzgerald. Samuel Fletcher. Melody Fung. Shruti Gudimala. Amar Gupta, with distinction. Brian Hong, with distinction. Mohammed Akif Imtiaz, with distinction. Syed Ali Murtaza Jaffrey. Laith Kamal. Sayeda Hassar Kasai. Ramandeep Kaur. Parminder Singh Kara. Hitarthi Sachin Kathari. Pablo Lafontaine, with distinction. Jeffrey Lay, with distinction. Patrick Lay. Hian Lay, with distinction. Tan Tin Lee, with distinction. Mark Lee. Cedric Lachechung, with distinction. Chin Liu. Vanessa Lobo. Chuk Fei Louis. Nabil Nayal Yaqub Mansour, with distinction. Luke McCutcheon Scarcilia. Nahid Mia. Jamil Mada, with distinction. Tabith Mohammed Masatik. Mubin Ali Mohammed, with distinction. Maher Matadi, with distinction. Amarili Najafi Sadeh, with distinction. Nicholas Nugera. Chukwemeka Francis Okonkwo. Chibusama Osakwi. Sakib Osman. Winnie Pan, with distinction. Devin Parker. Mansi Pasnoor. Het Patel, with distinction. Pratik Patel, with distinction. Preet Patel. Elvis Fung. Pratika Prema Devan. Jason Quantrill, with distinction. Zafran Rahman, with distinction. Siraj Raja. Matthew Ritchie, with distinction. Yagiz Sekban. Aram Shah, with distinction. Aisha Shakil. Majel Shrestha, with distinction. Andra Samoji. Arshpreet Singh, with distinction. Harbaksh Singh, with distinction. Deandra Spike Madden, with distinction. Paul Schwartenia. Patrick Taginod. Casey Talampas. Russell James Tan, with distinction. Lobsang Tenzin. Anil Tustas. Carl Tutsu, with distinction. Aman Vatoli. Gurtej Verdi, with distinction. Brandon Vituro. Nicole Walchik, with distinction. Jay Wright, with distinction. Tongjing Yuao. Kishore Yagaswaran. Kevin Zhao, with distinction. Tangshu Zhao. Bachelor of Science Honors in Computer Science Cooperative Program. Ayusha Adhikari, with distinction. Soweda Afra. Abdullah Aftab, with distinction. Tae Huyen An, with distinction. Mohammed Ali. Abigail Allen, with distinction. Ali Alwad. Muhammad Ashfaq. Idris Ayinde, with distinction. Aaron Basunder, with distinction. Rajiv Bassoon, with distinction. Edward Bogoslaski, with distinction. Christian Bueno. Gurveer Chahal, with distinction. Emily Chu, with distinction. Fong Nam Chu Tran. Sami Chowdhury, with distinction. Adam Christent, with distinction. Sachit Dadawi, with distinction. Maria Dimma, with distinction. Mai Chi Duong. Mariam Albesh Bishi, with distinction. Mariam is being congratulated on stage by her dad, Al-Sayed El-Bishi, from the Faculty of Science. Fatima Farishta, with distinction. David Ferris, with distinction. Cheyenne Feruzian, with distinction. Sanveer Gill, with distinction. Igor Gonsalves Penadush, with distinction. Gersharon Graywall, with distinction. Mahian Haider, with distinction. Matthew Hall, with distinction. Karnveer Singh Heer, with distinction. Justin Huang. Vanessa Huang, with distinction. Ethan Howe, with distinction. Vincent Hin, with distinction. Fatima Jawed, with distinction. Patrick Jung, with distinction. Nikola Katovich, with distinction. Darian Callery. Nikki Capadi, with distinction. Basar Kaplani, with distinction. Faris Khalil, with distinction. Eric Koo. Rocky, with distinction. Dylan Lee, with distinction. Tommy Lee, with distinction. Justin Liu, with distinction. Justin Lee, with distinction. Richard Marquez, with distinction. Jovan McLeod, with distinction. Justin Montoya. Ayaz Nakata, with distinction. Benjamin Nguyen, with distinction. Brian Nguyen, with distinction. Lam Alain Nguyen, with distinction. Kashdeep Najir, with distinction. Camille Peh, with distinction. Tao Nguyen Pham, with distinction. Harry Pino Rosado. Tyler Kawach, with distinction. Zan Qureshi, with distinction. Robert Reese, with distinction. Anes Sada, with distinction. Aliana Marie Vertiflor Santos, with distinction. Harman Sara, with distinction. Shruti Sharma, with distinction. Zubin Singh, with distinction. And Kit Sadi. Justajapal Sura, with distinction. Sajinth Sukha Krishna Raja, with distinction. Zi Hao Su, with distinction. Brenda Tam. Jeffrey Tominez, with distinction. Angelo Tron, with distinction. Yuang Vu, with distinction. Omar Wagi. Theodore Wilson, with distinction. Connie Pyu Chi Wang. Janice Heyong Wang, with distinction. Yu Xing Wu. Anastasia Yusevich, with distinction. Syed Zaidi, with distinction. Devin Jill, with distinction. Bachelor of Science Honors in Financial Mathematics. Hari Sanjesh Anash Daraj. Ryan Babin. Maria Costa Rodriguez. Pabline Daliwal. Kishi He, with distinction. Andrew Macarico. Ajantha Sivakumar. Stephen Tai. Vivian Wing Yan Wang. Bachelor of Science Honors in Financial Mathematics Cooperative Program. Ida Amlemsam with distinction. Matthew Antoniak with distinction. Victoria De Silva. Zachary Gopal with distinction. Marcus Jagannathan. Dixit Sandhu. T. Turan. With distinction. Bachelor of Science Honors in Mathematics and its Applications. Zeba Amla. Maria Angel. Sukrit Chalana with distinction. Zachary Chen. Miriam D. Salvatore with distinction. Andrew Dougal. Renz Evangelista. Ahmed Filfil. Joey Capusin with distinction. Joanna Lucero with distinction. Quaynock Minley. Christian Manuel with distinction. Alexander Popovic with distinction. Samuel Riano. Bachelor of Science Honors in Mathematics and its Applications, Cooperative Program. Sean Dimstra. Wadad Junaid. Tristan Vanderkoff. Nuratika Velana Gren with distinction. Bachelor of Science Honors in Medical Physics. Ban Alsam. Mohammed Ali Baki. Mizna Chaudhry. Christine Diaz. Rosa El-Zaharna. Micah Joy Estrella. Hussein Gajani. Dasani Na Nachandran. Gurleen Carr. Donald Amadeus Condi, with distinction. Ashna Larabe. Andrea Lee. Ming Feng Liu. Yasir Mohammed. Kristen Ramos Lopez. Sarah Shah. Kian Shepard, with distinction. Sasis Devaraja. Kelsey Villarta. Bachelor of Science Honors in Medical Physics Cooperative Program. Nicholas Duong, with distinction. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the graduate degrees in the Faculty of Science. Master of Science in Applied Mathematics. Juan Chavez Palan. Master of Science in Biomedical Physics. Roya Razai. Master of Science in Computer Science. Ghazal Sadat Hashemi. David Lynch. Pooja Venkatesh. Master of Science in Molecular Science. Sarasi Magaleg. Natasha Porco. Zainab Shakil. Sierra Sophia Turo. Delnavis Yazdan Sepis. Master of Science in Physics. Mateusz Beletsky. Nikki Nevi. Mashid Yali. Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science. Arman Hamzalu Karizi. Susan Nadiri Megan. Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular Science. Rebecca Cabral Diaz. Louis Lowe. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the graduate degrees in the Yeates School of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. Master of Science in Data Science and Analytics. Aminat Adagdigba. Vedahi Otodaria. Pritam Ghosh. Master of Applied Science in Environmental Applied Science and Management. Juliana Calandria. Tanjot Graywall. Kate Henderson. Ume Tasneem Haider. Baba Tarani Jayanathan. Brianna Limkild. Luke Moslenko. Jenali Ramsaran. Rebecca Senna. Corbin Sparks. Calder Stark. Tan Yun Sheng. Mayet Zegai. Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Applied Science and Management. Haifa Al-Harz. Syed Raphael. Colin Williams. Madam Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of today's graduates.
Hello, TMU grads. I'm Jen McMillan, Vice Provost Students, and I'm so happy to share this special moment with you. Every one of you set a major goal for yourself. And today, after years of hard work and sacrifice, we honor all that you've accomplished. Your degree is a celebration of the courage it took to get you here, of the hard work and dedication you've demonstrated inside and outside of the classroom, of the breakthroughs that have helped mold you into the person you've become, and of the community you've found along the way. Your degree represents more than just the assignments you've completed and the exams that you've written. The student groups, the passion projects, the events and the games, they all represent the many ways you help build this community that will live on well past graduation. Whether your families, friends, and supporters are near or far today, I know they are celebrating this achievement with you. You've completed something significant, and great opportunities await you. As you enter this next phase of your lives, I challenge you to keep growing and using your unique voices to change the world. Never be afraid to be courageous, to be loud, and to be bold. Finally, thank you for choosing us. We're so proud that you'll forever be a part of the TMU community.
Today is about celebrating how far you've come.
And we'd like to take this opportunity to talk about how far you're going to go.
You have become a part of something bigger.
Graduating from TMU is a major milestone.
I still remember exactly how I felt when I was in your seat on this very day. I definitely had a mixture of emotions.
I was just really very proud
At Convocation, I felt very prepared for my career, but very excited, but also a little sad.
Quite optimistic.
Nostalgic.
I felt excited and I felt prepared.
Walking across that stage at Convocation meant that I fulfilled personal goals, but I also fulfilled the goals of the family, and that was really important.
As much as it was the end of the chapter, it was actually the start of something great.
And I had so many questions, like, how am I gonna make my big dreams come true?
Do I have it all figured out?
How am I gonna come back?
So it was party time, but also you got some work to do down the road. Start thinking about it.
As a member of the TMU alumni community, we are here to show you that you have a safety net.
As TMU alumni, you are part of a supportive network of people
Who are committed to lifting each other up and helping each other grow.
Today,
Tomorrow,
And always.
So just take a deep breath.
enjoy this moment.
and remember, we're here to support you.
And we can't wait to see what you go on to accomplish.
Well, they should buy the picture frame. Buy the picture frame.
The university's gold medal is awarded to one undergraduate student in each faculty. Nominees must have demonstrated outstanding involvement within the university, their profession, and/or their community, and also have demonstrated academic proficiency. Today's recipient is recognized for her exemplary academic achievements, high level of contribution to scholarly microbiology research, and dedicated service to her peers across campus, including the Biomedical Sciences program, the Department of Chemistry and Biology, as well as the Department of Athletics and Recreation. I'm thrilled to announce that Biomedical Sciences graduate Angie Awadala is the gold medal recipient for the Faculty of Science. Angie and President Lashmi, please come forward for the presentation of the award. The Governor General's Silver Medal is awarded to 3 undergraduate students at the university with the highest cumulative grade point averages. Today's recipient has achieved incredible academic results over the course of his undergraduate journey, having crossed the stage today with a cumulative GPA of 4.33. Let that sink in. Yeah. Congratulations to Brendan Heidemus, a graduate of Biomedical Sciences Co-op. Brendan and President Lashmi, please come together for the presentation of the award, and congrats. Please welcome Provost and Vice President Academic Roberta Iannacito Provenzano to the stage.
Thank you very much, Dean Cram. Welcome guests, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents, and above all, graduates of the class of 2024. It is a tremendous honor to stand before you on this momentous occasion. Today we gather to celebrate not just the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, but also the beginning of new journeys, new challenges, and new opportunities. Congratulations. Each step in your journey has been marked by growth, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge. You have navigated the complexities of academic life, balanced the demands of rigorous coursework with extracurricular passions, and overcome unprecedented challenges, especially those posed by a global pandemic and the complexities of the world's events. Your adaptability and determination have been nothing short of inspiring. As we bring today's convocation ceremony to a close, I would like us to reflect on the experiences that have led to this moment. Graduates, your time at TMU has prepared you for a world that is ever-changing and increasingly complex and interconnected. You have been equipped with the skills, knowledge, and critical thinking necessary to thrive in your chosen fields. More importantly, you have learned the value of community, collaboration, and innovation. These are pillars upon which our university stands, and the values that will guide you as you step into the future. As you embark on this next chapter, I encourage you to embrace the unknown with confidence, boldness, and curiosity, every day challenging the status quo. The world is full of possibilities, but it also presents complex challenges that require not only creative, but compassionate solutions. No matter what field you're entering, remember that you have the power to make a difference. Your education has given you the tools to not only succeed, but to lead, to inspire, and most of all, to transform. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the families, friends, and mentors who have supported you throughout the journey. Let's take a moment to express our gratitude loudly to those who have been with us every step of the way. Your achievements today are a testament to their unwavering support and belief in your potential. As you leave TMU, carry with you the lessons learned, the friendships that you've forged, and the memories that you've created. Stay connected to your alma mater, for you are now part of a vibrant and dynamic network of TMU alumni who are making a real and meaningful impact around the world. As Maya Angelou said, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Let that be a reminder that your potential is limitless and your capacity to innovate and create is boundless. Congratulations, class of 2024. We are incredibly proud of you and excited to see the remarkable contributions you will make to the world. Go forth with confidence, courage, and the knowledge that you will always be a part of our TMU family. Thank you.
We're almost there, everybody. I'd like to thank all the staff, volunteers, and faculty here today who helped make this ceremony a wonderful experience for all. Graduates and guests, once again, congratulations from everyone here at the university. I hope you will continue to enjoy this very special day in what continues to be classic June Toronto weather. And as another slightly off-script moment, this is a great gathering for us, and we have a little side wager amongst the deans of the faculties of which group can make the most noise congratulating themselves. So this is your last chance before we sing the anthem to really let it go. So please, cheer for each other. That is what we're talking about. I now welcome Catherine Rowan from the Office of the Dean in the Faculty of Arts to sing the national anthem. For those of you who are standing presently, please remain standing until all of our graduates have left the arena. Graduates, please allow our arena marshals who will usher you to the 4th floor to join your family and friends. And thank you for celebrating with us today. Peace and love.